This part, the inner part, was discovered already in 1818 by a local guy named Lukacic. 1 year after, in 1819, already open for the visitors. There was no artificial lights, no let's say trail, no tree. And the first visitors, the first guests, had to walk from the entrance till this point. It took them from 4 to 6 hours to arrive here. And in that period, the cave was illuminated with candles. For each visit, they had to lit up more than 30,000 candles. Just a few guidelines for a safe and pleasant visit. Please, if you take photos, do it without the flash. We have 115 different species of cave animals living inside the cave. Please do not touch the dripstone formations, because we all have impurities on our hands that can get easily transported on the concretion, making so that the droplet of rainwater cannot deposit the calcite anymore. We are halfway to the summit of the Great Mountain, and we here explain all of the formation of the Postojna Cave. All this limestone bedrock formed 8 million years ago, and this was the sea of the Great Ocean. But 3 million years ago, the river, you saw the river entering the cave. That river, a little bit bigger, started to eroding this limestone bedrock. At time went deeper and deeper underground, but letting the upper levels dry. And only in these dry levels, the formation of different dripstones it's possible. We can divide the dripstone in more or less 2 groups. The one that forms from the bottom up. They are called, somebody knows? Stalagmites. And just behind it, we have the tallest one, the highest one in the cave. This one is called the skyscraper. It has 60 meters in height, plus 3 meters up below the tree. We dated this one, and it just around 108,000 years. And it needs at least 100 years to grow 1 centimeter. Then we have those that stand from the ceiling. They are called reptiles. They need at least 200 years to grow 1 centimeter. But the main difference is that the stalactite follows the side. There's a opening in which a droplet of green water substitutes and deposits the calcite. It breaks, and so the stalactite can grow. The last class we did was yesterday. You all looking at me? Yeah, I just did. It was 5,000 years ago. Just a small piece of stalactite out, this one. And you can hear, you can see that in the middle, it has an opening. When a stalactite joins to a stalagmite, it forms a column. You can see one up there. You can see the most beautiful columns in the second level. They're all impure calcite, which is white. But you see that the color changes a little bit. If we have the upper layers of the limestone, impurities like, let's say, iron oxide all day, the color can change, shift towards the red. But if we have manganese oxides, the color can even shift to the dark gray. We have one glowstone inside the Postojna Cave, and they are called the veils, the curtains. You saw one entering with the tree on your right side. It was illuminated. The curtain just forms on the inclined ceiling of the cave. When the droplet of rainwater just slowly deposits the calcite in thin layers. And form this very old curtain. The curtain needs at least 400 years to form to grow 1 centimeter. It's huge hole. It's one of the biggest ones in the cave. It has 125 meters of length, 85 meters of width, and its height at the highest point is around 60 meters. And it formed 30,000 years ago due to a partial collapse of the ceiling. From that point up there, all the rocks that you see on the bottom, and if we did our calculation right, in 2 million years, up there a window will form. The window will open and the cave will be accessible directly through that point. Let's go ahead. No. Let me show you one interesting formation, and with a little bit of fantasy, you will see a lot of different shapes inside the cave. But here we have a nice green cone. Now here 40 meters above the entrance, but still around 60 meters below ground. This is the biggest hole inside of the cave. And we have here at highest point, I will shine the light of the torch on it, one dripstone formation that we call the Noah's Ark. Up there we have quite a few signatures. All visitors till 1854 could leave their signatures on the dripstone formations. And up there is a signature of the widow of Napoleon, Maria Luisa, that paid us a visit in 1830. Let me show you another great dripstone formation. It's a small one. It's the smallest chicken inside of the cave. You see it up there?
Yes.
From this point on, the trail will descend. It will descend that deeper and deeper underground. We will reach the deepest point of the trail, and it will be 120 meters below surface. But this is not the deepest point of the cave. The cave has 3 levels, and the third level can reach up to 240 meters below surface, but it's always submerged by the waters of the river. We cannot enter there. Yeah, the glittering are from the crystals of calcite. Level of the cave, all the beautiful caves for the pyramids. This part was discovered in 1891 by members of the local speleological club. And those gentlemen found a so-called chimney inside that conclusion. They entered up there, decided to climb this chimney, and accident up there was a light. Turned on the right side, and discovered this huge, very long gallery, just half a kilometer long. This gallery opens up in 3 chambers. The first chamber that we will visit in the past is called the Spaghetti Chamber. Because on the second, you will see more than 10,000 very tiny, hollow-sized stalactites. They need 100 years to grow just 1 millimeter. Just a little bit ahead, and you will see a sign with the number 7 that marks the entrance to the White Chamber. It's called the White Chamber because there are the concretions formed in pure calcite. On the right side, in the White Chamber, you will see the pools of concretion. The deposits of calcite inside there are called the columns of the cave. The longest part of the beautiful caves of the paradise is called the Rat Chamber because they do resist the common layers of the rock, meaning the arenosite, all the colors of the concretion shapes now is the color of the rock. At the end of the beautiful caves, we will pass first artificial gallery. It's built after the end of the First World War by the Italians. Just correct second level of the cave to the part of the Postojna Cave that was already discovered, already visited. And we will slowly descend towards the deepest one of the cave. We can look just up this rock face. It's just 150 meters in length and it's covered with curtains, with veins. There are more than 6,000 veils here on this rock face. But on your right side, down there, a stalagmite that resembles the Leaning Tower of Pisa. But we also have one cowboy guarding this chamber. You see it over there? front. If you look up to the ceiling, you can see the same spaghetti formations that we already saw in the first chamber of the beautiful cave. You know why they go up there? Because the spaghetti chamber is directly above us. We descended half a level, more or less, and just did a U-turn and came under the spaghetti chamber. Let's have some fun. Let me explain to you the evolution of love. You will come closer. We have two greenstone formations. We have up there a couple kissing. See? Then the same couple, years after, already with a child.
Yes.
And here, the deepest point, we have also the biggest chicken of the cave. It's up there. Do you remember all the fuss around Bill and Monica years ago? The story even reached the cave. And you can see Bill standing up and Monica kneeling up there. Bill is standing up. And after the end of the First World War, the Italians decided to enlarge one crack that was here behind me, just to connect this part of the cave, the beautiful caves, to the part of the Postojna Cave that was already discovered. They started building this tunnel all by hand, and the deposits were deposited behind you. It was impossible to bring all this material outside of the cave. They even have to fill up one gallery that was here behind me, and it was 80 meters long. This tunnel has only 50 meters in length. At the exit of the tunnel, we will see on the left side, we will pass, the entrance to the second artificial tunnel. That one was also built by the Italians, also after the end of the First World War, but that one it's much longer. It has 500 meters, and it connects the Postojna Cave to the Black Cave, and further along to the Piłka Cave. It was used for military purposes because after the end of the First World War till 1943, not only the cave but also this territory all around us was under Italian jurisdiction. And the old frontier between Italy and Yugoslavia was more or less 10 miles from the exit of the Piłka Cave. The longest artificial gallery tunnel is called the Bertarelli tunnel. It was, meant to designed by the Italian architect Bertarelli, who was also the founder of the Touring Club of Italy. These hills are just connected to the cracks, and mostly in summertime you can feel this draft of air entering inside of the cave. We are standing in front of the symbols of the Postojna Cave. The first one is called the Gothic column. But just beside it stands the brilliant. It's a pure calcite concretion. The crack above the brilliant is still active, and you can see that for now it's just forming the tip of the concretion. We estimated that the brilliant has around 7 tons in weight. on the rock face behind, two great big concretions called the organ. They are hollow inside. We dated this big one, and it has around 310,000 years. It's the olm, or the human fish, that lives and reproduces only at the third level of the cave, in total darkness. This one was born in 2016 in that aquarium down below. It was the first time in the whole world that the olm, the human fish, was born in captivity. The human fish, the olm, is an endemic animal. It means that it lives in all caves of the Dinari karst that extends from northern Italy, Friuli, passes the Istrian Peninsula, all the Dalmatian coast, and it ends in Montenegro. But to host the olm, a cave must have an underground source of water or an underground river, because 95% of its lifespan, the olm, lives in the waters, here in the waters of the river. It's completely blind, without pigment. In mouth it has from 30 to 40 small but sharp teeth. It feeds on crustaceans that lives in the waters of the river. It has its gills exposed, but outside of the water it can breathe with primitive lungs. On the front legs it has 3 fingers, on the back legs only 2. We don't know why. If he injures a leg can even regrow. It can grow up to 35 centimeters more or less. But the fascinating thing about the olm is that it can be without food from 7 to 10 years. A very long diet. It can live up to 100 years. And when waiting for its prey, it has only 2 heartbeats per minute. We estimate that at the third level there are around 20,000 specimens. It's not an endangered species of animal, but it's protected by law. From here you can already see the entrance to the last chamber, and it's called the concert hall. It's one of the largest in the cave. It has more than 3,000 square meters of surface, more than 50,000 cubic meters of volume, great acoustic, an echo that can last 6 seconds. In 1929, a famous Italian composer, Pietro Mascagni, held 2 concerts. Up there, in those 2 days, 18,000 people attended. We also organized concerts, a few of them, throughout the year, but they cannot last longer than 45 minutes. And why is that? Not because of the sound wave, because of the humidity rate that damages the musical instruments. We will see 5 specimens of the olm in the aquarium down below. You will see them better on the right side because it's not so illuminated. At the end of the concert hall, we will